Wisdom keeper, sing to me of all things that lie in secret in the light of day. Wisdom keeper, bring the taste and touch and sound, makes the world go round. I can see you, smell the sun, hear the thunder ringing like a church bell in the clock tower of time. Know that I feel the love you're bringing. We are wisdom keepers. It is time. We are all wisdom keepers. It is time. Wisdom keeper, sing to me of all things that lie in secret in the light of day. Wisdom keeper, bring the taste and touch and sound, makes the world go round. I can see you, smell the sky, hear the thunder ringing like a church bell in the clock tower of time. Know that I feel the love you're bringing. We are all wisdom keepers. It is time. We are all wisdom keepers. It is time. Wisdom keeper. Thank you very much. I'd like to invite the singers to join me. The presence singers.
Presence is here, the presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here, amen, the presence is here. I will meet you in grace. The presence is here, the presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here, amen, the presence is here. I will meet you in grace. The presence is here, the presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here, amen, the presence is here. I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace.
The presence singers.
Good morning. Morning. Grand rising, everyone. Grand rising. Is it on now?
Yep.
You can hear me? Okay, good. All right, so I am so grateful for this beloved community. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I just want to take a moment to raise and praise all of you for being here, showing up, and playing your perfect part in the spiritual community. So let's honor that in this moment as we tune in to our own hearts and discover what Spirit has in store for us today. What is it, as the instrument of the Most High, that we are to bring forth into this service today? What is our special gift? So listen deeply. One quality of the divine that is yours to bring forward. And then when you have an opportunity, please stand. And let's make a bold and powerful statement from our divine selves, that bold, powerful presence of ourselves, and stand in some sort of a position that depicts that. So some sort of a superhero sort of position that is yours to do. Wonderful. Okay. And then repeat after me. I am here to give the gift of, okay? I am here to give the gift of peace. All right, take a moment and feel that. Because when we feel those feelings of peace, joy, love, wonder, compassion, we are feeling Spirit. That's the presence of Spirit operating and vibrating in us. So just feel that for a moment. And then have a seat. Thank you so much for your contribution. And now Dean Regan, one of our beloved licensed professional practitioners, is going to offer a prayer for you. Thank you, Dean.
Oh, God. Yes. The presence is here. Hey, the presence is here. Hey. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, 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 baby.
Sir, would you like some music, or would you like to speak into the silence?
I love music, especially your new whistle, Bruce. Show him your whistle, Bruce.
Yeah.
So with that call to prayer, we've had tinctures before, we've had all kinds of things to call us to prayer. Now we've got a samba whistle.
Yeah.
And in this awareness of the excitement of this moment that is an opportunity for prayer, this moment which is an opportunity of expression of love and peace and beloved community, of music, of love, life, of joy, I stand sweetly and peacefully on this holy ground. This sense that this place, filled with the love of God, is just like every place. For every place is filled with the love of God, expressing as the love of God. And in this moment, I embrace the love of God and feel, sense, and know it in my very being. Even if it seems to be a samba. That love, that light, that rhythm of God on this hallowed ground. I feel our ancestors and our predecessors and all those that come after us experiencing and expressing the same moment of now in love of God. And I know in the same moment of now in love of God, this service is absolutely blessed. Every aspect of this service is absolutely blessed. The voice of this service is blessed. And that voice comes through the heartbeats of each one of us. And most particularly through that beloved message of Reverend Dr. Kathleen. Knowing that in this moment, I speak this word to celebrate our open hearts, to celebrate this opportunity to know and to love and to learn more about our faith. And in all aspects of this sanctuary, in all aspects of this service, in all aspects of this beloved community, I know that faithful goal is unfolding in perfection. And I am grateful for this moment. I'm grateful for that thing that just fell. I'm grateful for the safety, the sound security, the laughter, the joy. And so in this gratitude, I simply say, yes!
Yes.
And so it is. Yes. And I say yes to Jane Stewart.
Thank you, Dean. Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living Delaware. Grand Rising. And hey, a quick shout out to Jordan and Amber and Liam and Becky, who, you know, once we started talking about you guys, so many of us have been thinking about you this past week and talking about you. And here you are. So thank you. It's great to have you here with us today. And we are not live streaming today. Instead, Michelle is recording the service for us today to improve the quality of the band. And then the recording of the service will be available later on today on YouTube. And also, please set your phones to silent mode or airplane mode for the quality of our service. And let us now reaffirm together the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware intention. We, the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware, are an inclusive, inspiring, joyful, ever-expanding spiritual community rooted in new thought, ancient wisdom principles. We are here to be the presence of love, co-creating heaven on earth, a world that works for all. The next meeting of the Men's Care Circle is Monday. Let's start there. The next meeting of the Men's Care Circle is Monday, October 20th from 7 to 8:30 on Zoom. And please contact Dean if you plan to attend. And we're only 2 weeks away, 14 days away from the CSL Delaware's 15th anniversary. And thanks for Giving Luncheon taking place on Sunday, October 26th from 11:30 to 1. Lunch is catered and prizes will be given away. It is a free event, and of course, all are welcome. And we will set up for the event that morning. That worked out well for the last event, and we're doing it again from 8:45 to 9:30 on October 29th, or 26th, that day, that morning. There is a sign-up sheet at the table back there if you would like to help. And each week leading up to the anniversary, a member will share a brief testimonial about ways that CSL Delaware has touched their life. And guess what? Today's my day. And so my printer wasn't working, so I couldn't print out what I had written for the newsletter. But I thought, that's okay, Spirit's got me. And it's been 7.5 years, and from the moment I walked through those doors at Woodmill, and Reverend Kathleen happened to just be there at the door, and Tom Clark, those of you who remember Tom Clark, it was like walking into a family reunion, like walking into just this big embrace and warm hug.
Here's your mic, dear.
Oh, thank you. And so, and it's funny because because of my height, I've always sat up front. So I went marching right on up to the front and sat down next to Candace. Oh, hello. And it was just magic. And I came back the next week, Reverend Kathleen happened to be at the door, and she said, "You came back." and gave me a big hug from whence we came, which is quite, it ended up being the most intense course I ever took, but that's what was being offered. Do you want to take it? I said, yes, I do. And with Virgie, my sister Virgie, and it was a lot. You know, Troward and Emerson and Ernest Holmes. And I was like, whoa, by two weeks in. And Reverend Kathleen said, Jenny, just look for the glimmers. And I said, glimmers? Oh, that I can do. And that's what I've been doing ever since. All my classes, all the SPARK meetings, being on the board for 4 years, I call them spiritual breadcrumbs. And how it has affected my life is I look back at that person I was then, and I was always a happy person, guys, I really was. But the joy, the peace, the deep, abiding peace that's with me everywhere I go, even at the deli counter, at the grocery store. It's changed. When Virgie first asked me, how did it change your life? I'm like, how am I gonna do that? It's just because it's been so profound. And really my work life, my relationships, my prosperity, everything has expanded. Love and joy and peace everywhere I go, but especially here. This is my place where I can come and I feel completely safe. I can be totally myself, and you guys love me just the way I am. And I love all you just the way you are. So it's been a great blessing, and I'm so grateful to be part of just this beloved community. So thank you.
Hey, Jenny,
Yes.
there is one slide that I think, and I think a lot of people know what it is, that just personifies you, and it's this one.
Oh, I think I know the one.
Have you ever seen her with that kind of a look in her face?
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. That is me. It's me right now. It's true. And also congratulations to Reverend Eugene Holden, who graduated Emerson Theological Institute last Thursday, and he earned the credential of Minister of Religious Science. So now Reverend Eugenius, our spiritual community acknowledges your many years of dedication to the study and practice of science of mind. Today we raise and praise you on this incredible, magnificent accomplishment and manifestation of your deep inner calling to serve in ministry. And Reverend Kathleen brought in a chocolate gluten-free dessert that's in the back, and dairy-free, for the celebration. So thank you, Eugene. I'm sure you'll see this later. We love you, and we're so grateful for you.
And then he spent the rest of the weekend playing with Ricky Byers at the Anton Festival.
Whoa! Awesome!
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. What a great way to celebrate.
I know. Perfect time.
That's awesome. So for details on CSL activities, visit the website or our newsletter. And now back to our beautiful, inspiring spirit band.
This is a congregational. Everyone stand as you're able. All right. Everybody take a big, deep breath. And exhale. And I feel good. Yeah. breathe as one. 1, 2, 3. We are one living spirit, breathe as one. We are one living spirit, breathe as one. Through galaxies of the sea, the pulse of every living thing, with a holy invocation, breathe as one. Keep going. Keep going. We are light at our center, breathe as one. We are light at our center, breathe as one. Our flowing eternity, life stands itself on now. Trust and let it flow into, breathe as one. Everybody sway. We are one living spirit, breathe as one. We are one living spirit, breathe as one. Through galaxies of the sea, the pulse of every living thing, with a holy invocation, breathe as one. Through galaxies of the sea, the pulse of every living thing, with a holy invocation, breathe as one. Breathe as one. Breathe as one. Breathe as one. And now we will let the bass player work his way out from behind all the stuff.
Mark, 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 Mark.
Mark, mark, mark.
That's
the one.
Good morning, everybody.
good.
The theme for 2025 is Rising Higher, Growing Deeper. The theme for September is Glow Up. Today's topic, the Holy Land is everywhere. Now, according to the dictionary, glow up is an informal term for a positive personal transformation involving significant changes and often also growth in confidence and maturity. Chief Seattle shared this wisdom in 1854, saying, "Every part of the earth is sacred to my people. Every shining pine needle, every sandy shore, every mist in the dark woods, every meadow, every humming insect, all are holy in the memory and experience of my people. We love this earth as a newborn loves its mother's heartbeat. So if we sell you our land, love it as we have loved it. Care for it as we have cared for it. Preserve the land for all children and love it as God loves us. As we are part of the land, you too are part of the land. This earth is precious to us. It is also precious to you. One thing we know, there is only one God. We are all family, after all. Let us affirm together. I embrace the holy nature of the earth. And now please welcome Reverend Dr. Kathleen Johnson.
Ah, the Holy Land is everywhere. That is a quote from Black Elk. And so the indigenous people everywhere remind us of the sacredness of the land, the holiness of the land that we walk on. So everywhere we are, indoors, outdoors, up in the air, whatever, we're on holy ground. This earth is holy. They also remind us not to think of earth as a possession, but to consider it a relative, Mother Earth. And therefore to treat her, Mother Earth, with reverence and respect, and to be stewards instead of hold dominion over it. Thinking, this idea of conquering and dominion, rather than seeing this as a beloved living being. So as we take that concept, that awareness into our hearts and then into our actions, we're making a profound difference on the planet. And so today we'll be speaking about the idea of how nature demonstrates itself as generosity, and how every experience that we have, therefore, is sacred. That's the divine design. So Ernest Holmes also contributes to this idea of the value and the beauty and the aliveness of nature. He said, God is in everything. The entire universe is alive with spirit. The entire universe is alive with spirit. So in this country, back in 2021, the very first Americans Museum was created by the Smithsonian Institute. The first one nationally to be as a way to recognize our first Americans. Another name for Native Americans or indigenous peoples, native peoples in this country. And then also, the U.S. has been experiencing a glow up, despite appearances at times, by changing Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day, which is tomorrow. And so this is a perfect time to honor the indigenous people and to remind ourselves of the spiritual principles that they stand for by being sure, checking in with ourselves. And I know so many of us are already dedicated stewards of the planet. But it's just a reminder of continuing to remember that wherever we are on holy ground, and we are holy. We are holy beings. We are part of that grand holy design. So I just want us to take a moment of silence and acknowledge the native peoples and their contribution to helping to wake us up to how important it is to clean up our act, to clean up the water, the air, and the earth. So just take a moment and give thanks in your heart to all of these beautiful people, this part of our family, the indigenous people. So continuing on that idea of the lessons or the sacredness, the aliveness of Mother Earth, I want to again help us be aware of the lesson of generosity that Mother Earth gives us. So when you think of the abundance, how the soil continues to produce with the seeds, dropped into them, continues to produce more and more abundance. Seeds fall, the earth continues to give root and birth to more and more plants. And so we can see the divine design is abundance. It's in the animal kingdom, it's in the mineral kingdom, it's in the plant kingdom. It's all around us. This generosity of the spirit. So that same thing is true. So we're going to again bring it back to how the atmosphere of our mind works. We also have this built-in generosity of spirit in our inner world. Our subconscious mind, you can maybe think of it that way, subjective mind, what Ernst Holmes calls it, is like the soil that gives birth to the seeds of our thoughts. So as we continue to plant thoughts of generosity and kindness, thoughts of new creations and new innovations, new ways to be a contribution to our planet, we are planting in the fertile soil of the subconscious mind, which is also called universal law, that knows, just like the soil of the earth, knows how to bring it into full blossom and manifestation in our lives. Something that we hear often, but it's such a profound and important thing, because as we move through our days, it's important to notice what kinds of seeds am I planting in any moment. Am I planting gratefulness? Am I planting complaints? Am I open to new ideas being planted in the soil of my mind that's generated from the universal mind to which we're all connected? Or do I allow what's in the news to plant things that are upsetting to me? Not that we are, of course, whenever something comes through the news, it's an opportunity for a prayer request. I mean, it's a prayer request opportunity for prayer and planting new seeds, a new vision. So the generosity of nature showing up so beautifully in our own inner landscape. So the miracle of life then, whether in the garden or the soul, is never in the striving, but in the trusting, and then in the inspired action that comes from it. So Center for Spiritual Living Delaware is dedicated to this principle of generosity of nature. We practice recycling. Our SEVA teams are very much aware of making sure to reduce waste. So we, rather than we use our own silverware. We have plates and things like that in our kitchen that we use to help reduce the amount of paper waste that there is. We also, if you'll notice, rather than handing out programs like a lot of places do, which is a huge amount of paper waste, we project things on the screen. So our announcements, anything to the lyrics to the songs, the newsletter is online, our website is online. All of these things are efforts on our part, very conscious efforts to be good stewards of the planet. And then there's the Peace Garden. When we first moved in here, if you go outside the door where the orange room is, we had a vision of a peace garden, and so we all showed up and did a huge cleanup of that whole area and planted some native plants. And then Tom Clark built some benches out there to have it be a peaceful place to reside, and there was already a nice piece of artwork that was in the center of it. So it's really quite a lovely place if you have a little extra time before or after service when the weather's nice. It's a beautiful place just to sit and contemplate. Being stewards of the earth. You know, the other thing that's happening too on a grander scale, the Centers for Spiritual Living, which we are part of, and which is an international organization. We have Centers for Spiritual Living all over the world, is also very dedicated to being good stewards of the planet and caring for the planet. There is right now a green project grant that any center can apply for to boost whatever green projects they're up to. And also we have a couple of CSL ministers who are making great and significant contributions to Native Americans. In 2024, Reverend Tammy Lambert was sworn in as a judge to the Hickory Apache Nation Court, and she serves on CSL's legal committee as well. And Reverend Dr. Victoria Bomberry got her PhD dissertation on the topic Indigenous Memory and Imagination, Thinking Beyond the Nation. She's also part of the Diversity Inclusion Committee at Centers for Spiritual Living. So just take a moment and just give thanks for the way in which our organization is showing up on behalf of our planet, and also in honor of the indigenous cultures. So that's generosity of nature. Sacredness in all experiences. I'd like to start with a man who signed up for a spiritual grounding retreat, and the brochure promised deep sacred connection with nature. Deep sacred connection with nature. So when he showed up, the retreat leader said, let's take a walk barefoot in nature. Let's start there so we can be grounded and be in connection with the earth. So he went along, took off his shoes, started walking. Almost immediately he stepped into a hole, sprained his ankle, and fell to the ground. Exasperated, he got up, and the retreat leader said, oh, I see that you had a sacred experience. And the man was not too happy about that. He said, just listen. What is the sacred experience for you? So then the retreat continued on, and later in the day, the retreat leader said to everybody, okay, this time we're going to take a prayerful and silent walk along the creek. So the man said, okay. So he got up and he hobbled along behind everybody else, tripped over a root, and fell into the creek. And so he got up and he said, don't you dare tell me that this is a sacred experience. And the leader looked at him, and he said, the man went on and he said, so how is this feeling a connection to nature? And the leader thought about it and said, well, it is, and you're just having more of a connection than everybody else. So what that reminded me of was at our retreat, the practitioner retreat, which was just a little while, it was a week ago. Dr. Michelle Wadley asked all the practitioners and said, you choose, but she said, I encourage you to, as you leave, this is the very beginning of the day, as you leave the yoga room over on Candace's Bumblebee farm, go barefoot, and if you don't want to, that's fine. So most of us said, okay, we'll go barefoot. There were, I think, 2 that decided to keep their shoes on. And so we all step out onto the gravel, and it was as sharp as a razor. It was so sharp that I thought, okay, I'm game, I can do this. I'm sure that there's going to be a sacred experience for me. So I'm walking along, and it's like, every single footstep was just absolutely excruciatingly painful. And I was looking over at my fellow practitioners, and they all have grimaces on their faces, And the two with shoes are just walking along. And so anyway, I kept moving forward, and suddenly Mary Kiggleman extends her hand toward me, and the two of us walked together until we got to the grass. Oh, so anyway, in contemplating the lessons learned, what was the sacred experience of that? Well, number one, it's wonderful to, if you're going through a painful experience, to have a friend to walk with. And another one is, it might have been wise to turn around and go back and put on my shoes. I'm sure there were many others as well too, but the bottom line is, yes, we can either choose to complain about the pain, the painful things that we go through, and we all do go through painful things from time to time. But it's also important to remember that we have the opportunity to choose to see those painful experiences as opportunities to grow in consciousness, as sacred experiences. So we've learned that from the great mystics, we've learned that from the indigenous cultures. Everything that happens is an opportunity to grow. It's a sacred experience. It's for us ultimately if we choose to let it be. All right. So many of us, I understand, have to-do lists, responsibilities that distract us, and we can sometimes forget the idea of everything is sacred. And particularly when we are in survival mode, it's even more difficult to recognize the spiritual nature of life. But despite the challenges, we need to look far to, we never need to look far to appreciate the miracle of life. And again, as we notice plants bursting through the cracks in sidewalks or even in the middle of the street, it's a reminder of how strong and capable each and every one of us are in essence and in truth as we give birth to new creations and new aspects of our lives. It's about pulling the weeds of thought from our consciousness that get in the way and bursting forth into full bloom. So let's turn within and accept this moment as an opportunity to deepen into this awareness of the oneness, the wholeness, the fullness, the majesty, the beauty, the grace of this amazing thing called life that's so beautifully demonstrated as our fertile and thriving and beautiful planet, and our deep connection to that presence, Mother Earth, an emanation of the one presence, the one divine presence, the one spirit. And we walk on holy ground wherever we go. Everything is holy. Everything is sacred. So I'm knowing that we are all blessed with more and more opportunities to awaken to this truth as we move through life. And I claim and know that we stay awake to this truth and allow it to nurture us, allow it to support us and inspire us to be those strong, vibrant, bold beings that we are in essence and in truth. I'm so grateful for this clarity and this knowing. I'm so grateful for our beloved Indigenous brothers and sisters, our family. And I invite us all to accept the truth of this as I plant this word of truth into the fertile soil of universal mind, and let it be. And so together we say, yes, and so it is. Thank you, my friends.
Thank you so much. So this is Celestial Joy Ensemble Sunday. We're going to do a song with some extra voices. Welcoming Peggy and Reverend Kathleen to the stage. This is a Karen Drucker song. Beautiful one.
Perfect for today.
Yeah, just feel these words, they're terrific. That's right.
Oh, I need 22. Oops, thank you. Okay.
From my feet, I call the healing power. Up from my feet, the joy to my heart is already here. I only need to claim it. Up from my feet, I know that I am here. I am through my hands, I call it healing power. In through my hands, I draw it to my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. In through my hands, I know that I am here. I am here. Down from my head, all the healing power. Down from my head, the joy to my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. Down from my head, I know that I am here. I am with my spirit and soul, call it healing power.
was so beautiful. And this morning, Lisa and I were talking with Jim. It really gave me a reminder and appreciation, all that it takes to get all this equipment here set up. They spend their life lugging things around.
And great thanks to the AV team up there.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. It's really a lot of lugging, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Now is the time to reflect on all the many blessings that we receive from CSL Delaware. And we know it's just so much, the spiritual teachings, the friendships. That was something I didn't mention earlier. The amazing friendships that we develop here over the years together and sharing and remembering truth together. And whether it's, Reverend Kathleen's beautiful, inspiring messages, our guest speakers, the spiritual practitioners, we are just so blessed. And now it's time to just let your blessing and appreciation flow as generous tithes and offerings. And as you give, you expand your abundance consciousness. And together we do create a world that works for all. We accept donations through the PayPal button on our website by check or cash. And those of you like me who use automatic payment, please bless the basket as it passes. And now let's read the blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies this offering. The Spirit gives abundantly. I receive thankfully and give again generously. This is the bounty of God, and I send it forth with wisdom and joy. Divine love bountifully supplies and increases this offering. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving. We all know prayer works. And please join Dean for after-service prayer circle and or one-on-one prayer. Prayer requests can also be placed in the prayer box back there on our table, or send an email to Peggy Frymoyer, who then sends the request to all the practitioners. I'm happy to assist with the bookstore today. Real quick, we have a special offering back there. Sharon Bousquet has created a beautiful, I already got 2 of them. And do you want to just take a quick moment?
Sure. So anybody who's on Facebook knows. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
To the camera.
I have a new publishing business, and these are the books. They're really beautiful watercolor images of my flower photos from the garden that Barbara has created at my home. I've taken photographs that have been turned into watercolor images that you then, it's called reverse color you outline. And it's done as for mindfulness. It can also be used, the books can be used for collaging and scrapbooking too. And they're just priced for Christmas sale. So, so yes, enjoy. And a percentage of that will go to CSL as well.
Thank you. And when Sharon first showed me the book, I believe Sharon is so brilliant. I thought she had invented reverse coloring. And if she had not corrected me, I would have been going around telling everybody.
It's a thing. It's actually really like a viral, thing that's happening in the activity book space, and so I'm creating different activity books. But these are really dear to my heart. The part that's different is it's using my own photographs from the garden. So.
They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Even if you didn't color in them, they're worth having. They're so beautiful. Thank you, Sharon. And today there is a Spark Leadership meeting. Lunch is 12 p.m. in the Orange Room. It will be provided by the Leader Champions, and a creative team building activity begins at 12:30 p.m. And now back to our beautiful spirit band.
And our final congregational. Everybody please stand as you're able.
Thank you, very good. Okay, would everybody circle up, and we have some youth that are coming soon, I trust. Okay, they're on their way, very good.
Hey, Kath?
Yeah?
You fake us out. You hold the wireless mic.
Okay. All right, my friends. I just wanted to also, all of you to be aware, my sister is moving in.
Kathleen?
Yeah.
I guess we need to go that way.
We've been
Keep
working
going,
really
keep
hard to
going,
get
keep
her
going.
unpacked and settled, but this is her first Sunday being here. Yay, Marcia!
Marcia, do you need any more bubble wrap? We can bring more bubble wrap.
Everybody shift to meet hands. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Everybody
We
shift.
got it.
No, that's okay, leave space for kids, yeah.
Hey, Kathy, you want to talk about Christy interviewing people again?
Oh, yeah, Christy's here again. Christy, how many more people?
Well, mostly we need families with children and people who are on the younger side. So we
Okay.
That makes us out great.
Maybe Amber or Jordan would be willing to help you, or Becky. Yeah, so we have a family right here, Christy, maybe one of them would be.
You need to explain to them
So
about what
what,
she's
okay,
doing.
what we're doing is we're interviewing, just like a 10-minute interview, to look at our website and be sure that it reflects not only what we want to reflect, but that it's user-friendly. And we also, since we want to attract more families to our community as well, we want to make sure that it's attractive to families. So my daughter Christy, right here is.
Oh, look, a family.
So if one of you would be willing to do that, I'd really appreciate it. Huh?
Here come the Utes.
Here come the youth. Yay.
I'm sorry, what?
in return your offering.
Wow.
Oh, yes, and for doing that, I'll offer you a half-hour practitioner session as well, yeah.
Yeehaw.
Right. Liam! Hi! So this family has not been back for a while. I think Amber's been taking all kinds of training. So last time we saw Liam, he was about this high.
Yeah. Yep.
So good to see you.
Taller than all of us.
Huh? Yeah. There we go. So she has 20.
Yeah.
Hello. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
I am Nicole, the youth teacher. This morning I was assisted by Lawson, who is cleaning the classroom right now. In class today we had Liam, Arlo, and Jameson.
Wonderful.
Our topic is the Holy Land is everywhere. Please affirm after me. I embrace the holy nature of the earth.
I embrace the holy nature of the earth.
So what we did today was what we like when we're outside, what we like to see. Yes. Turn around.
Arla, turn around.
I did the deer, I did the tree, and the tree in the woods, and the rabbit, and the grass, and the flowers.
All right.
What I did was
The ocean.
Ocean. Wow.
and a sunset with a little.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, beautiful.
Wonderful. All right. Do you want to say what you did on your paper? No?
Nope.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.
He's excited.
Okay, let's shake hands. Oh. Turn within, everybody, for our last final acknowledgement of the presence. And repeat after me. Perfect God within me.
Perfect God within me.
Perfect life within me, which is God.
Perfect life within me, which is God.
Come forth into expression through me.
Come forth into expression through me.
As that which I am.
As that which I am.
Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love.
Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love.
And cause me to see.
And cause me to see
The wonder and the magnificence of the earth.
the wonder and the magnificence of the earth.
All of its inhabitants.
And all of its inhabitants.
So as we draw this truth close to our hearts, as we plant the seed in the fertile soil of universal law, let's accept it with a powerful
Yes! And so it is.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the prayer circle in the corner.
And Candace is going to give them a ride.